Hey guys, Dr. Marra here, and I'm just going to do a quick update. Today is June 30th, 2013, and therefore tomorrow's July 1st. We have Independence Day coming up on July 4th, and I thought maybe that it would be important for those who are watching this to remember that during your meditation and just kind of look how far we've come from 1776 and to where we are now, 2013. And our sovereignty that was supposed to be the plan back then, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You look around and it's not quite what we were promised. And as we broke away from Great Britain, from King George III, I believe, um, it was because there were some infringements on our civil rights or civil liberties, I guess it would be called. And again, I'm not a lawyer or a historical guru or anything like that, but with the little bit of research I did do, and from our, education growing up, um, it's quite obvious that where we are now is so far from what was intended by our founding fathers. And I just wanted to, put it out there that maybe if you feel guided to during your meditations and during your quiet time, to think about that. Think about where you want to go because we're creating the earth, the new reality, the new paradigm that we want to live in. We've already crossed all the thresholds that we need to at this point to, how should I say, transmute, transcend, alleviate, whatever words you want to use to communicate this, the old. And the energies aren't here to support the old anymore, and they just won't. You'll be watching it wither away, fall away. The things that you are seeing um, that are remnants of the old are those who are hanging on to um, the old and their comfort zone and are not open to our highest potential. And that's where we're heading right now. Those who want to play the old game, uh, you know, it's going to be a rough ride. Those who have decided to start from a clean slate and not point fingers and blame other people, and it's these people that are doing it and they need to suffer and we need revenge on, that's perpetuating the old. The new is, okay, we played the game, it's done, it's over, we learned our lessons, they learned theirs, opposition if you want to look at it that way, and it's time to start with a fresh slate. And you're seeing, for those who have eyes to see, you're seeing different things. And I don't like to put out doom and gloom, but it is a reality. And as you look at it, you have to see it for what it is at that dimension. So when you see weather wars going on, things that are going on in Canada, people standing up across the globe, not just in this country, in other countries. There's some major changes that are going on right now. People are just fed up. They just, we want that freedom, our sovereignty, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If we would all just live by that golden rule, do unto others, life would change like drastically. So again, this is just an update to remind you that yes, we have an American holiday that's coming up, and it's all about Independence Day. So what do you see in your future and for your children and your grandchildren? What would you like to create at the highest potential? If you had a magic wand and you can just say, okay, this is what I want. Freedom, no more poverty, to be able to walk the streets and not have to be in fear of getting mugged, and have everybody in a high vibration of love and light where you're in service to others rather than service to self. And as you reflect on this, you can see what we've gone through to get to this point, and anything that is above and beyond what we've gone through is a plus. And you'll have an appreciation for what we're creating. We know what we don't want. So now you can create something that you do want. So that's what we need to focus on. And without the opposition, how do you know what you don't want? We've already been through that. I don't even want to talk about that, really. It's quite obvious to everybody. But where do you see us going as humanity? We need to co-create this thing collectively. And I think that if we can reflect on it and meditate on it and then put action into it, whether it's something as a simple act of smiling to somebody, whether it be a cashier, or holding the door for somebody, or walking somebody across the street, or while you're at the grocery store and you're walking out and you see an elderly person with lots of groceries, helping that person, that's helping yourself, not just that person. We're collective, we're all connected energetically. So as you see that and you play that game of doing unto others as you would want them to do unto you, life just changes in miraculous waves, just within your own inner circle, but then it just waves outward. That's how it works, energetically. So, I know Independence Day here in the United States is a holiday here, but, true independence, with the banksters, with the financial, all the things that we could see as just God-given rights of living on this, being born and raised on this planet. I mean, I see it as though food, water, shelter, clothing, all the necessities of life that should be a given. And we have the technology today to provide that. We don't need to be drilling into Mother Earth. We don't need to be taking oil and gas and all this other stuff. We don't need it anymore. Honestly, we just don't. The research is out there. You can look on the internet to find it. You're not going to find it on mainstream news or radio. So if you have that thought and you hold that thought as though, okay, I have a magic wand, this is what I want to create, be responsible with it though. I would suggest, but this is your journey. What you put out is what you get back. So if you're out for revenge for those who wronged you, you're going to get more of that negative pushback back. In my opinion, and this is my journey, I'm just broadcasting what I think. So, I'm not always 100% right either. I'm on my path. I might be further behind somebody else. But I think it's important to at least put it out there for those who may be looking for some kind of guidance. Like, what do we do? We're kind of in this quandary here. It's like, what? Okay, we've already done that old stuff. How do we create the new? Well, what do you want in your particular circle? First of all, what would you want for our globe? Peace, harmony, food, shelter, water, just the necessities of life would just totally change dramatically this planet. And then, all the other freedoms that we're supposed to have, the freedom of speech and all these other things, I mean, it should be secondary. But ideally, to me, Independence Day, again, is just all the necessities of life. And we need to think about it, though. And as we're co-creators of this, how do we band together, pull all our energies, and you can almost visualize and imagine this. You close your eyes, and the reason I always say close your eyes is it limits that stimulation of your visual acuity of light and things that are moving around you. So it limits the brain a little bit so that you can focus on the task at hand. And you can focus a little more intently. It's almost like putting the sun through a magnifying glass. That focal point, all that energy is down into one particular point. And as you focus so intently on it, and then you have other people doing it, that's how meditation really works. It magnifies and that energy goes out. Because we're all connected energetically. Anyway, we're about 10 minutes in, and I don't really want to make this that long. There's not a lot of things that are going on personally in my life. I see things outwardly that's going on, like I mentioned, Canada and these uprisings and Turkey and various places if you take a look at it. But I pull myself back. I become the observer of it. I'm not like, oh, this is horrific. I'm like, I see. I see what's going on. I don't want to partake in it and give my feelings to it to lower my vibration. I just see it for what it is. And what do we want to create? We're in this high energy right now. And I really think that some more things are going to be happening. And I've been saying this for a while. And if you're looking on mainstream news and media to confirm what I'm saying, you're not going to find it. So a lot of people will say, nothing's happening. Well, get on the internet and look. I went into work the other day, and luckily I have friends in other countries that send me information, say, did you know? And then, of course, you Google it and you can find it, because those who control our media, as far as national television, local television, radio, they don't have the control over the internet yet. And hopefully they never will. That's our avenue of expression and to be able to communicate. So anyway, as they are sending me this information, I Google it or I get on YouTube and all these other search engines just to see what's going on. And people on YouTube have their own personal footage of whatever's going on in the moment in their particular place and space of their country, of their part of the world, on the planet. And it confirms what I've been being told. So again, you turn on the news and there's nothing going on. So I walk into work and I say, did you hear about what was going on in Canada with all this flooding and stuff? It's supposed to be like billions of dollars to rebuild what has happened. And thousands of people out of their houses, and in the military in particular towns that are there, controlling, governing, whatever you want to call it. And again, I don't want to put out doom and gloom, but it is a reality. And something that big you would think would be on mainstream media. So you have to ask yourself, why isn't it? We already know that. If you're watching this, you already know why. But to me, it just gives me confirmation when I go into work and I'm like, hey, did you see the news? Because I don't watch mainstream news anyway. When I get this stuff, I have to ask people, I'm like, you guys watching the news? You watching local or international TV? The only way I don't have a TV, so I get on the internet and I just look at these things. So anyway, there's lots going on. You just need to look. That's all. I mean, and the proof is out there. It's just trying to find it right now. And so don't get frustrated and think nothing's going on. And, it's not this great big event like the snap of a finger, like I've said in the past. It's the way the universe works. It's gradual. I mean, we're getting upgraded. Even though we can't perceive it with our visual acuity, for instance, if this is the length of vision that we can see, within our eyes, in the center is what we can perceive. The rest of it, we just can't, like ultraviolet or infrared. We don't see it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So it's important to know that you have to trust in yourself, trust in the universe or God, whatever you pray to, whoever you pray to. And we're running up on 14 minutes, so I got to get off of here. But meditate, go within, trust that things are going on. And as time rolls on, the energies get higher and higher and higher, and we start, we're taking in more energy so we can do more. And there's a lot of people that are emailing me, telling me that some of the crazy things that they're experiencing right now. And it's exciting to me. And we're all on different paths, so don't get bummed out if it's not happening to you right now. It's not the right time. And as you give up things and, things will get better. And I got to get off here. So love, light, and laughter, you guys. And happy 4th.